Thing for you at 6, a decades-old cold case cracked. A man is arrested for at least 3 rapes in Sacramento and Davis dating back to the 1990s. Let's turn to CBS 13's Zach Sauce. He's live for us in Sacramento with how investigators cracked this case. And Zach, it's going to sound familiar to a lot of our viewers.
Yeah, police saying they were able to crack this nearly 3-decade-old rape cold case with the help of DNA technology, emerging DNA technology, and good old-fashioned police work. Again, using DNA evidence processed by a genealogy company, police say they were able to track down and arrest suspect Mark Matufel in Georgia. Police say 59-year-old Matufel at one time worked as a part-time lecturer at Sacramento State University and later for the Federal Bureau of Prisons, a multi-jurisdictional task force, including local police and the FBI, charging Matufel with a string of sexual assaults between 1992 and 1994 here in the Sacramento region. One of those alleged attacks happening at the home of a victim where police say she was bound and gagged before being raped at knife point. Another attack targeting a female jogger who was similarly attacked. Here's Sacramento Sheriff Scott Jones earlier.
Regardless of the emerging and growing technologies of DNA or whatever may come next, it comes down to, as it did in this case, detectives who were not only willing to put in the dogged hours and work to be able to take that technology and come to a resolution with a suspect arrest, but also the detectives who never gave up on finding justice for these victims.
And authorities, again, are awaiting the extradition of Matufel back from Georgia here to the Sacramento region, where he will face multiple counts of rape, including other charges.
All right, it's been a long time coming for victims out there. Zach, thanks. Now, again, investigators used genetic genealogy to solve other local cold cases, too. Adrian has more details on that. Adrian.
Yeah, Tony, a lot of people talking about this. This is just the latest example of cases where DNA technology is catching up with old crimes. Investigators say they used a public genealogy database to connect the DNA of the suspected East Area rapist to items tossed at crime scenes. Now, officials say DNA on those items matched DNA on things collected outside Joseph DeAngelo's home in Citrus Heights. He's accused of 13 murders and more than 50 rapes, assaults, and burglaries dating back decades. Authorities have closed the books on 2 murders from the late 70s in South Lake Tahoe using the same DNA testing. Joseph Holt, who's now dead, has been identified as the man who murdered Bryn Rainey and Carol Ann Anderson in South Lake Tahoe.